Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Marks of Successes, Creating a Positive Mental Attitude. I am Franklin Roosevelt, and thank you for listening to the show tonight. So before we get started, let's take care of a few house details that I call key details. And key detail number one is this is a stress-free zone. Remember, this is a stress-free, negative-free zone. We don't allow stress and negativity to enter the building. Matter of fact, I got people out there, these detectives, they detect negative energy. And when they detect this negative energy, they politely turn you around and send you to the negative energy party around the block, over on the next block there. So, it's not allowed up in here. This is a negative-free, stress-free zone. That's key detail number one. Key detail number two, remember the intent of the show. The intent of the show is to create PMA. I'm so glad you guys are here tonight. But tonight what I'm going to do is we're going to do a little recapping. Because, see, like I told you in the very first episode, this journey, this walk, is not something that I take lightly. It's not something that I do alone. So I don't expect you to do it alone. So after the first episode, I spoke with a mentor of mine, and I have several of them, but I spoke to one in particular. And thank you for the, conversation, DG, because, I appreciate all your insight and your helpfulness. But what he told me was, he said, Franklin, he said, slow it down. You're in no rush because you got plenty of time. You want to make sure that everybody really, really, truly gets an understanding of what it takes to create a positive mental attitude. There's a mind shift that has to take place, and you really have to break it down and explain it to them. So, since me and him talked about this, and I do greatly appreciate his words of wisdom, I decided to take a little recap over the first episode, and we'll recap on the scripture that I read to you, which came from Romans chapter 12, verse 2. And Romans chapter 12, verse 2 reads as follows. And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. And I'm going to stop right there because in that passage there alone, we're going to talk about two key words because we're talking about creating a positive mental attitude. So in creating a positive mental attitude, we're going to talk about these two key words, transformed and renewing. Because when you become transformed, you take on a new role, a new character. You have new desires. You're not that same person that you used to be. And then when I sat up there and I really started paying attention and I started breaking it down, let me tell you what I did. I went over to 2 Corinthians. And oh man, look, talking about transformed, look at here. 2 Corinthians chapter 5. I'm going to start with verse 16 and go all the way through 18. And it reads as follows. Wherefore henceforth we know man after flesh. We know, and that's N-O. We know, we K-N-O, know man, or it says, let me slow it down for you. It says, wherefore henceforth know, K-N-O-W, like I know you know, we know, N-O, know man after the flesh. So it's what he's saying is that we don't know no man after the flesh. Yea, though we have known Christ after the flesh, yet now henceforth know, K-N-O-W, we him no more. We know the fleshly Christ that we walked with no more. We don't know that man. Therefore, if any man, this is verse 17, therefore if any man be in Christ, he is a new creature. Old things are passed away. Behold, all things become new. And all things are of God, who hath reconciled us to himself by Jesus Christ, and hath given to us the ministry of reconciliation. The ministry, this word, and the mind can be transformed and renewed. It can be the way you used to think about something is not the way you would think about it anymore once you've been transformed and your mind has been renewed. For example, not picking on anybody, but if you see me now, if you saw me walking down the street, if you saw me somewhere in public and we were talking, if you didn't know in the past that I used to smoke cigarettes, then now, if I don't smoke and you don't smell cigarette smoke on me, then you wouldn't know. Because, see, I don't smoke anymore. I used to, but I don't now. So, when we talk about, and I'm really trying to help somebody here. So, because I want to deal, I know I'm talking about dealing with transformed and renewing, but also before, really you got to look at that word conformed also, because, see, growing up, you're shaped and molded, conformed by your parents, by your teachers, by what you learn in church. Then you get older, you get to those teenage years, and you're influenced by your peers. Oh, they're hanging out there smoking cigarettes, marijuana, whatever the case may be. They're drinking. You fall into that peer pressure trap. Then you make it through school, you make it through those teenage years. Then you get to those college years, where some of you go to college because you've gotten a good grade. You say you want to further your education, so you go to college. And while you're furthering your education, there's also that moment where you're out there doing a lot of partying and you're really not focused on your education. You're out there partying with your fellas or with your girls and everything, and y'all out here drinking and having a good time, clowning and acting the fool. Then after there, you leave there, and then you get consumed, shaped and molded to this idea that, okay, now I need a job. I need a job because I want to do this here, and I need to do this here, and I need this here, and I need that there. And you get conformed to this routine of getting up Monday through Friday, 6 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning, whatever, to be at work from 9 to 5, 10 to 6, 9 to 7, whatever the case may be. You get conformed to that routine, because yes, you get into this routine Monday through Friday of doing it, getting this paycheck every week, going home, pay bills, go hang out, kick it with the, if you don't have a husband or a wife yet or a mate, you're out there on the dating scene, you're club hopping, you're having a good time, you're drinking and everything, and you're just having a party. Monday come around, you're back at work doing the same thing over again. Then, or some of you guys, and young ladies, you decide to have a family, you get married, you're going to work, you're coming home, you're taking care of the kids, you're trying to save money, you're spending time with the family, you may go out and you may do this, that, and the other. You get conformed to this routine. Then one day, you wake up because somebody says, "Be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind." Well, when we talk about the renewing of your mind, do you understand that there is no lack in God's kingdom? He wants you to have an abundance. He wants to see you succeed in everything that you do. So, when we talk about creating a positive mental attitude, it all starts with marks, little baby steps, seeing those little baby steps of rethinking, refocusing shifting your thoughts, transforming from what you used to do to now your passion, really what the Lord has called you to do. Now, I get so excited, but see, right now, you're starting to transform. You're creating a new thought pattern, which is called we talk about it, creating a positive mental attitude. We talk about those marks for success, those marks that you see that are, that just say, yes, and it's accomplished success. It's success. I did it. Yes. You're getting that positive energy, keeping that PMA going. You change every day. You feel good about what it is the Lord has for you, what the universe has for you. And you're just so excited about it. You can't contain yourself. You're like, yes, now I can create. See, but it takes baby steps. It all starts with renewing and transformation. Transformed by the renewing of your mind. So first it starts with the thought process of renewing your mind. When you get into that habit of changing the way you think about things, that's how the transformation it happens. You can't stop it from happening. Once you renew your mind, once you change the way you see things in your mind, not through these carnal eyes. No, you have to see the change in your mind. If you want to see yourself prosperous, even if, forget the prosperity. Put it like this here. If you want to see joy in your life every day, you want to wake up every day and you want to have a $50 million smile, a $64 million smile, a $100 million smile on your face when you wake up in the morning, on your face in the middle of the day, on your face at the end of the day. It starts with little bitty marks, success marks, marks that of accomplishments, of achievement, to show that you are out there, what you set out to do, what you set out to attain, you're able to attain. It starts to build an inner peace within you. That transformation starts. The renewing of your mind starts. You start to create a negative-free zone. You start to create, this waterfall behind you where, oh man, I got so excited, and get this waterfall on your back that nothing can stick to you, no matter what people say or do around you to try and get on your last nerve. It flows right off of you, just like a waterfall, just flowing downstream. It's nothing nothing you can do, nothing you can do to bother me, to stop me, to keep me from focusing on what it is I'm doing and where I'm going. So once you start to master little baby steps, little little steps, you have to start out small. That's why I say, you set first thing, renewing your mind is quit looking at negative stuff before you go to bed. First thing you do, quit looking at negative stuff before you go to bed. The second thing you do is find something positive to take in to replace that negative stuff that you were looking at. So no more negativity before you go to bed. Bring in something positive. Then in the morning, you speak on negativity. If you're watching that news early in the morning, then you speak on, say, you know what, it's still a good day for me. I got something to do. I got to go to work here, and I got to get this done, and I'll get it done, and I'll feel good about what I got done and in the time frame that I got it done, because I know I made the accomplishments and what I set forth, the marks that I set forth for myself to get accomplished. I successfully got them accomplished today, this day. What I got prepared for tomorrow, we'll worry about tomorrow. But for right now, I'm going to enjoy the success and the fruits of my labors for today. I'm going to walk in His mercy and His grace and His joy over my life for what it is that I've accomplished today. And I'm just going to be thankful in all things for what I have accomplished today in making in this journey of creating a positive mental attitude. I am going to stay thankful. I am going to, whatever comes along. See, we're going to recap. I'm going to take my time with this. We got a long way to go. We're just in the beginning stages. So I'm going to take my time with it. I'm not going to try and, move you too fast. And I'm not going to try and browbeat you either with the same old thing. So, but, I am going to recap, quite a bit so I can make sure that you do understand that, this is not something you'll get overnight. This is something that is going to take work. It is a journey. It's a crawl, walk, run process. You got to crawl first. You got to take little baby steps. It's the little bitty marks that lead up to eventually you get to a place where you decide now, I've made marks. Now I can really go for goals. I can get lavish goals, big, outstanding goals. I want a 5-bedroom house with a housekeeper and things like that. You can really start to think big, start to think and helping putting people to work. But first, it starts with the baby marks. It starts with the crawling. It starts with getting understanding. It starts with tuning in to receive the message to get the understanding. It's about hearing the message and applying what is being shared with you in a positive way. Keep positive energy flowing. When negative energy, like I say, comes along, and it will come along, there's no doubt about that, it'll come along. You have to constantly be prepared to fight it off. Not let it attach itself to you and choke the living life out of you like a seaweed, or whatever them weeds are that come along and choke the life out of plants nowadays. You don't want that happening. No. You want to kill it. You want to kill it, not let it kill you. You're in control. You have the power. It's been given to you. The power and the authority has been given to you. Now, I understand, like I say, it's going to take some work. That's what this is all about. This is about me Franklin Roosevelt, teaming up with marks of success and helping the community create marks, create a positive mental attitude, move towards the success that the desired success that you want over your life. Not what somebody else wants for you or over you, but what you want for yourself. You know, you have to know for yourself what you want for yourself. But then you have to also know that there are setbacks sometimes. There are consequences and repercussions. There are obstacles that are going to try and get in the way. But you have to maintain your strength and your passion and your desire to grow, to be and do whatever it is you want. You have to be consumed with that. You have to have that burning fire within your stomach saying, this is what I want, and nothing can stop me from achieving that. And I got the right people around me to help me achieve what it is that I want. So, now, you know, we went back over Romans because my time is winding down. So, you know, I'm going to have to do a little recap on some things here, you know, because remember, and I'm just going to help you out here. Every day is a new day to renew your mind. Every day is an opportunity to renew your mind. Every day is an opportunity to change the way you think. Every day is an opportunity to grow within you that desire of what it is you want over your life. Can't nobody do that for you but you. You have to have that within you, knowing what it is you want. So baby steps, minor, little bitty marks lead up to what it is your passion and desire is. That's my goal for you. You know, for you to realize what it is that you're passionate about doing, what it is, no matter what your age is, that you know you can still do it, and it's something that you've always wanted to do, and you're still willing to do it right now. That's my goal, to help you guys, you know. It's all about getting you in that right frame of mind. I was helped to get there. Now I can do the things that I want to do the things that I've always set out to do, but didn't know exactly at that point in time back then how I wanted to get to where I wanted to get to. Now I know where I'm supposed to be. I know how to get there where I'm supposed to be, and I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying sharing with you guys. I'm enjoying this positive energy that I exude every day. I enjoy having positive energy when I step out my front door. You know, people want to stop and talk to me. You know, when I'm in the grocery store, people want to stop and talk to me. When I'm in the restaurant having dinner or whatever the case may be, people want to hold a conversation with me. I enjoy this. I enjoy sharing this life with each and every one of you. So until the next show, stay stress-free. Always sleep well. And no matter what, find joy and peace throughout every day. God bless.